drop the puck on tonight's contest, the Farmingdale State College Hockey Organization would like to take a moment to celebrate the amazing success and accomplishment of 6 young men whose dedication, hard work, and commitment to their team and teammates truly deserve recognition. On behalf of Farmingdale State College team administration, coaches, and your teammates, we thank you for your passion,
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Apologies for the audio difficulties throughout the first almost 10 minutes of this first period, but we are back up and running here at the LI Sports Network. My name is Jordan DeLuciano. 10:44 left in the first. Fortunately, we did miss a goal. It will be John Dewey's 7th of the year, leading the team for Delaware with those 7 goals. That was a weird one that we all saw on the broadcast. It hit off of Ryan Murray's foot in front of the net and snuck past goaltender Jake Temkin. So a weird one to kick things off and a weird way to start the broadcast with the audio issues, but all is good. Our apologies once again as we are back up and running now. It is senior night here on the island for Farmingdale seniors on the back end. One, Ryan Murray, we just mentioned him. He's number 2. Ethan Bohm, number 18 on the forward group, with John McCann, 92, number 90, and Matthew Hawkins, number 92, as well as another defender at number 79, Jason Brennan. So 3 forwards, 2 defensemen, and a goaltender. All the 5 seniors on senior night for Farmingdale. As these two teams linked up last night, that was Farmingdale's outdoor game at Christopher Morley Park in Roslyn, New York. Farmingdale won that game 6-2 yesterday. It was the first meeting of the year between these two teams as Minio all alone on a breakaway, and he misses over the glove into the glass, and a turnaround shot by Lorico goes wide. That was awfully similar to the way Minio scored his breakaway goal last weekend against Ramapo. Last weekend he beat the goaltender top shelf glove side. This time he goes over the glove and wide. And speaking of the glove, goaltender John Blausch makes the save. So John Blausch, he's off to a very good start tonight. Right before John Dewey's goal, he made back-to-back saves on Farmingdale that kept them at bay. Blausch, the freshman out of Schenectady, New York, coming out of the Jersey Rockets in the USPHL. This is his 4th game and 3rd start, looking for his first win with the Blue Hens. That one into the chest of Luke Judge, and out the other way will be Michael Sophia on goal. Stick down by Jake Temkin, and Duffy pokes it free. It'll be Bridgewood. Duffy and Judge trying to join. It's Judge. Judge holds, walks, fires, and he hits the glass, as well did Minio. As Murray walks, he wristers one, rebound loose, pad save Duffy, and a glove stop by Blausch on Duffy as he gets the stoppage. So Blausch has been tested early, and he has stood up to so far all 12 Farmingdale shots. As yesterday, it was Nathan DeRoche in net for the Blue Hens. Went up 6 goals on 19 shots. As the Rams yesterday in the first period scored 3 goals within a 50-second span to jump up 3-0. A little bit of a shake-up in lines. Yesterday, we saw Duffy, number 47, Farmingdale's leading point producer, with McCanns and Hawken. Today we see Duffy with Judge and Bridgewood, as now Joseph LaChase goes with McCann and Hawkins. But Delaware yesterday did not go quietly. After letting up those 3 quick goals, it was Connor Brooks 5 seconds into their first power play, got them on the board. And then Michael DePrisco made it a 3-2 game. That 3-2 game carried into the second, and a shorthanded goal by Matthew Hawkins, followed up by a goal, his second of the game, by Sean O'Donnell, made it 5-2, and then a third period 6 goal solidified the Farmingdale win. As Duffy, turnaround shot, knocked down by Blausch, puck sitting loose in front, Judge, and he scores! Luke Judge gets Farmingdale on board to tie it up. And Blausch misses with the glove there, and then he could have made a move here to poke it, elect to let the puck sit there, and Judge went around Blausch for the game-tying goal. So far the line combinations, shake-up works as the new line of Judge, Bridgewood, and Duffy gets it done, but Duffy, after the goal was scored, took a cross-checking penalty. So if that penalty was taken a hair second sooner, that would have negated the penalty. So Luke Judge, in his 7th game with Farmingdale, will pick up his 3rd goal, his 5th point. Luke Judge, one of the 3 new faces here for Farmingdale that joined in the second half of the season. Judge captained University of Rhode Island college hockey before coming here to Farmingdale. As now Delaware will go to the power play after Duffy's cross-check. Temkin down trying to stuff it, and he gets the stop as DePrisco tried to stuff it on that near side. Despite that quick power play goal yesterday for Delaware on their first power play, they had many opportunities on the man advantage for the remainder of the game and had pretty much nothing happening. They were struggling to come out of their zone, and when they got to the neutral zone, they could not get past the Farmingdale defenders. They spent more time on the power play trying to break out than setting up. As Sophia trying to get away from Kravitz, DePrisco down low, looking across as he was trying to find a man in Viola. And that was broken up and poked free for Judge. Judge, the man who just tied it, coming in shorthanded, trying to power to the front. Judge, and he scores again. Luke Judge goes back to back, this time shorthanded to take the lead. And isn't that one awfully similar to the way he just scored? From backhand, wait it out, and slip it forehand past a sprawling John Blouch. So Luke Judge, out of Long Beach, New York. We mentioned how spent his college years before Farmingdale at URI, single-handedly tying the game and then taking the lead, as that's back-to-back nights for the Blue Hens. They have given up a shorthanded goal. Yesterday was Matthew Hawkins, as the Blue Hens go offsides. For those joining, just like last night, welcome back to the broadcast. Thanks for tuning in for back-to-back nights. For those new to the broadcast here on LI Sports Network, welcome. We got a battle of Farmingdale and Delaware, second and final meeting between these two teams, as Hawkins looks for another shorthanded goal, just like yesterday. You have Farmingdale coming into this one 18-8-1 on the season. They are the number 4 ranked team in Division I. And then opposing them, it's a apples and oranges, night and day situation. University of Delaware, 5-18-2 on the year. They are the last ranked team, number 16 in Division I, and they currently sit last in the Empire, where Farmingdale sits first in the Empire Conference. So you have conference standings, which is the Empire Conference. Both these teams are represented, and then you have the entirety of AAU Division I rankings. So Farmingdale sits first in the Empire Conference and 4th within Division I overall. And then you have Delaware, which is last and last, unfortunately, for the Blue Hens. Power play comes to an end, and once again, another disappointing 5-on-4 for the Blue Hens. Mentioned on yesterday's broadcast, this Delaware team, a very young team, lost a lot of seniority last year. As a pass out in front, Lorico trying to get goals in back-to-back games. He had one yesterday, but is denied by Blouch. Coming into this year, the Blue Hens have lost 59 total goals from graduating seniors from last year. Their top 5 point producers from last year are all no longer with the team, as well as their starting goaltender, James Palmieri, from last year. As Gavin Johns came out from behind the net, it's Sophia towards the net, sticked away by Temkin. Johns down low in front, and another shot. There's Johns again, but it's snagged by Temkin. So that puck kept finding Gavin Johns. He found a man behind the net, as that was Jack Polito. Johns, there's Polito, and then back in front, Thomas Smith thought he got it out of dodge, but it went right to the stick of Johns. It'll be DeAndrea, who opened the scoring yesterday for Farmingdale in the outdoor game. He'll push it around the boards. Bohm, Quinones goes back to Bohm, off the boards, wrister to the net, and it's snagged away by Blausch. And we saw it, a theme at the end of the game, which is a common theme in every game between these two teams, the chippiness. You know, you have two teams on the polar opposite of success coming into this game all throughout the season. Delaware and Farmingdale, regardless of the standings, the score, whatever it may be, it's always going to get interesting with the physicality, the after the whistle stuff. So always something to keep an eye out for when these two teams lock up. Nice play by Meisinger. As Bohm is in his own corner, goes behind the net, but intercepted by Solomon. Solomon takes a whack at it, trying to come out as Quinones, and now DeAndrea trying to get away from Meisinger. Got Bohm down there with Immel, finds Bohm, but he fanned on the shot. Nice give and go with Immel, but to no avail, as it'll be Zachary Solomon all by himself on the chase with Kravitz and White. Kravitz trying to find Immel. Puck was behind him, and out to foot race with DeAndrea and Shedlock. DeAndrea trying to power off Shedlock. Tried to go for the body, fell down. Shedlock still staying with it, but gets some help from DePrisco. O'Shaughnessy, the team's leading point producer, tries to find a man up the middle, and the Blue Hens have iced it. Griffin O'Shaughnessy, the 6'5" junior out of Mountain Lakes, New Jersey, played for the Jersey Colts before Delaware. 20 points in 25 games this year for the Blue Hens. Had only 8 points last year in 14, and I believe last year for the Blue Hens he was a defenseman, so they converted him up to forward. Shedlock off the turnover. It's O'Shaughnessy now. He'll gain the zone, trying to get around Kravitz. As Kravitz trying to pin him up on the boards. Murray trying to help out, and now going to scoop it, Abramovich. DePrisco pinned up with Murray. Shedlock goes off on a change. Taking his spot is Sophia at the blue line. DePrisco tries to go to the blue. A little bit too slow on the pass, and back the other way comes Farmingdale. Hawkins, McCann, wrister to the net, and just missed wide. Perhaps looking for a deflection from LaChase. As McCann is offsides, almost touched that puck. It would have been a blown play dead. But we play on, everyone touches up. As O'Shaughnessy looking cross ice, has Abramovich on goal and blocked it away by Temkin. Farmingdale falling asleep a little bit in their own end there. Let Abramovich go all alone, and again, Farmingdale almost puts it in their own net, just like the first goal. Hawkins cuts to the middle, throws it in front, deflected, and they score. It's the two new guys, the first two by Judge, and now the third, it's Joseph LaChase at a 3-1 lead. And that was not a shot, that was all intended pass in front, as LaChase beat his man in a foot race to the low slot to tip one past Blausch. So get this, Farmingdale yesterday had 19 shots all game. They have 17 right now. So yesterday was quality over quantity as a man walks in, Signoretti, and I was blocking away. I believe Gavin Johns fell down and Signoretti just walked in. Pass in front, turnover by Smith. Dewey's shot is stopped by Temkin. So despite Farmingdale rallying 3 straight here to take the lead, defensive zone has been quite iffy as Smith just gave that right to the stick of John Dewey. Joseph LaChase will pick up his second goal in his 6th game as a Farmingdale State Ram, as Hawkins and Sipos will get the helpers. Right now you got Bridgewood, Judge, and Signoretti. Signoretti working as the 13th forward, but he's getting a look with Judge and Bridgewood. I believe it might be Duffy sitting a couple shifts after that cross-checking penalty, because we have not seen Duffy since. So you would think with the team's leading goal scorer and point producer and Tim Duffy on the bench for a while and then in the box for 2 minutes, goal scoring could be coming difficult, but nope. 2 by Judge, 1 shorthanded, and then 1 moment to go by LaChase. Signoretti could not get that out as Shedlock's shot goes wide of the net. You got Brennan chopping up the middle, and Shedlock throws a body on Signoretti. And Sophia will touch up. We'll have an icing with 44 seconds left in the opening frame. It was John Dewey getting help from a foot of Ryan Murray on Farmingdale to kick it in his own net. Gave the Blue Hens a 1-0 lead. But yesterday, Farmingdale scored 3 unanswered. Twice they did yesterday. And today, they have scored 3 unanswered. This time to take the lead. Shedlock from the blue line will go back down low to DeLiberto. DeLiberto in front, and that front of the net, that low slot and crease area has been sketchy, to say the least, for Farmingdale. They got to clean that up. Because one bounce, another bounce Delaware's way, just like yesterday, they can get back in this game, as Minio got a little tied up behind the play with a man in Polito, as that's a kick save by Temkin. And now a push, it could be a breakaway. It's O'Donnell late in the first to Lorico, and he scores! With 10 seconds left in the period, it marks Farmingdale's 4th straight goal to take a 4-1 lead. And that opportunity opened up. You had Polito, I believe it was Polito and Minio, before the play even started, on Delaware's blue line, jawing at each other, getting a little physical. Everyone got separated, and then Minio had the puck in front of his own bench, and I think Polito got a little eager, seeing an opportunity to lay a big hit on Minio. He was covering for a defenseman, so Polito, the forward, was covering for a defenseman. He left his assignment to try to lay a big hit on Minio, and Minio chipped it ahead of everybody, and it pursued to a 2-0 the other way. 4 unanswered for Farmingdale. The 4th coming right before the buzzer to end the opening 20 minutes as Farmingdale rolls into the intermission. We'll be back on the LI Sports Network with the second period puck drop. Welcome back, everyone, to the Al Arbor Rink here at the Northwell Health Ice Center on Long Island, New York. All audio issues are fixed. We're good to go for a full second and a full third period of commentary. My name is Jordan DeLuciano. We're moments away from second period puck drop in which Farmingdale, who took yesterday's game between these two teams 6-2 in the outdoor game, exploded for 4 unanswered goals in the first. After going down 1-0, it was John Dewey's 7th of the year for Delaware, and then 4 straight for Farmingdale. Back-to-back by Luke Judge. One at even strength, one at shorthanded, and then it was Joseph LaChase to make it 3-1, and then right before the buzzer with around 9-10 seconds left in the period, it was Michael Larico getting his 16th of the year. Delaware, again, the power play was an issue as they were not really to set up much of anything, and it led to another back-to-back games giving up a shorthanded goal. They did find success whenever they got those pucks in Farmingdale's danger areas, whether it be the crease, the slot. They found some success as Farmingdale was kind of shaky settling down those pucks whenever they got into those dangerous areas. Second period puck drop, we are underway. As Farmingdale comes in this game, winners of 9 of their last 11 and winners of 5 straight. And on the other end, you have Delaware dropping their last 5 games in a row. So they're trying to get back in the win column. As they come up with Chase, trying to get McCann down the middle. He had him, but not enough on the pass as Delaware pushed the other way. Abramovich down the near side, could not get it in front of the net. As Kravitz will bank it off the boards, LaChase can't slow it down. As there's Gavin Johns pinching down to the net. Sticked away, rebound, shoveled wide by Abramovich. As Temkin got the first one, didn't need to get the second one as Abramovich missed on the glove. Abramovich in front for a man in O'Shaughnessy. Got tangled up, did not get the shot off. So strong shift there from O'Shaughnessy, Johns, and Abramovich threatening to get that second goal and get Delaware back in this game. On the Larico goal, it was assisted by Sean O'Donnell. O'Donnell is the reigning Division I Player of the Month, and Joseph Minio as well. Those are the 2 helpers. As that one stuck up behind Temkin, he'll cover it up. As O'Donnell now has points in 6 straight games. Had a 5-game point streak, and that assist makes it 6. As Minio also has a 6-game point streak. So 2 of those guys on that same line currently have 6-game point streaks. Minio tangled up with a man, gets it to Larico in front. Minio stuffs at it, puck still loose, right in front of the crease. Rebound again, a foot, and Larico could not shove it in as he got tied up with Shedlock. Back the other way, could have had a man up the middle, and Meisinger couldn't find him as a wrister goes off the glass. Meisinger got behind the defense. If they got to him quick enough, could have been a breakaway. But speaking of breaks, it's Larico's shot into the glove of Blouch. And that glove was the reason why Farmingdale got their first goal of the game, as it was a shot right in and out of the glove of Blouch, and the puck just stood in front of him, and Blouch could have easily jumped on it with the glove. He could have swiped it with the stick, but he elected to stay foot on his goal line and prepare for the next shooter. The next shooter was Luke Judge, who held forehand across Blouch's body and stuffed it in. As that one shoveled into the Delaware bench, it will come back into Farmingdale ice. Mention how Farmingdale is 9-2 in their last 11. During these last 11 games, they are averaging 6 goals per game. So the offense has been clicking, and it's been aided by their goaltending as well. As right off the jaw, wrister on net goes wide, bouncing free. As that puck was inches away from being a little bit more generous for Diliberto. Could have stuffed it on that near side. as Brooks keeps it in on the near side boards. As Brooks again will try to keep it, but coughs it up, it'll be Judge. Judge with Farmingdale's first 2 goals of the game. Sipos D to D. Sipos was the one that looked like earlier in the game when we were dealing with the audio issues, took a stick or a puck up high, had the play bone dead, but he's good to go. As Bridgewood will poke that one free, Judge could not slow it down. It'll be Duffy back out there with his usual line after sitting a little bit after that penalty, and now he takes a tough angled shot. Puck still loose, and it kicks out. Back-to-back saves for Blouch. Bridgewood trying to go in front Duffy. Duffy gets stick lifted, and it'll be Polito into the Farmingdale bench. So that line, that new line of Judge, Bridgewood, and Duffy has been strong so far. As we mentioned in the first period, usually you would see Duffy with Hawkins and McCann. Right off the draw, boom! Could not control that bouncing puck as it got away from him. Nice one-handed poke check there by Gavin Johns as the puck comes around the boards once again. DeCario pinned up by Bohm. One of the 5, or should I say 6 seniors on senior night for Farmingdale. As Bohm is still tied up with DeCario in the far corner as they finally separate. Emmel playing a little defense, steps in with the glove, dancing around everyone, goes to Bohm, and he shoveled it wide. Would have been a highlight reel goal, mainly due to Emmel's effort. As Murray keeps it in, goes to Emmel. Emmel slows it down, looks at the net, wrister punched away. Bohm. The 4th line for Farmingdale going to work. The net is off its moorings right now. Let's see how much longer they let this one go. DeAndrea, net is off right now. So no issues there with the net as Delaware comes out of the zone. It'll be John Dewey in the corner, meets a body from Murray. Kyle Kosh, who yesterday had some words after the whistle with Luke Judge in the 3rd period. As Delaware took exception to in the 1st period yesterday, Luke Judge was pushed into DeRoche in net, and there was a collision between Judge and DeRoche, and for the rest of the game, Delaware was not happy about that. Abramovich up the middle. O'Shaughnessy could not get that one cleanly. Back up the middle of the ice it goes. Skated down by Sophia. Sophia winds, fires off the stick of Quinones. Picked up by Rotan, who's back in the lineup today. The veteran defenseman and assistant captain. It'll be LaChase. Looks to McCann again down the middle. Broken up by Shedlock. McCann. Hawkins. From behind goes to Rotan, and it's blocked down by Abramovich. Might be an odd man rush, but Hawkins able to get back. Abramovich, nice move, wrister on net, and he scores. Ethan Abramovich with the quick release off the glove of Temkin and in. The lead is cut in half, it's 4-2. As he got away from that swipe by Quinones, and that one nicked off the top of the glove of Temkin as Temkin was looking around, thinking it went wide and wind up behind him. Delaware with some life after giving up those 4 straight. That's just what they needed. Has not spent much time in the offensive zone creating opportunities, but that quick one and done was all they needed. Good release by Abramovich. He'll get his 3rd of the year in his 7th game. The sophomore out of Aldie, Virginia, played for Ashburn Extreme in the EJEPL. O'Donnell trying to chop that one down at center. As Abramovich there takes a couple of bodies from Lorico and O'Donnell. It was the battle of the 15s there. DePrisco, O'Shaughnessy trying to go back to DePrisco, just missed underneath the foot. Abramovich coming out from the corner in front of O'Shaughnessy, and it was slowed down by Lorico, perhaps saving a goal. As Minio with speed trying to come down the boards. Minio will park it up, wait for O'Donnell, meets a big hit for his troubles. Brennan pinching in, looks to Kravitz, could not get to him. The long reach of O'Shaughnessy broke it up as Minio was taking a couple of whacks that shift. As I mentioned, Judge was public enemy number 1, so was Minio yesterday for Delaware. 2-4 in white. Nice move off the boards, going in front and saving a one-timer there was Luke Judge. Nice move by Meisinger to find a man in front, but now it's Judge again. He's got 2, and he fans on the wrister attempt. Duffy in the corner. He'll go to Bridgewood, trying to go pass in front to Judge. It got broken up. And it'll be DeCario to flip it up, but not out. Good play by Brennan. Bridgewood, Brennan. You got a very big line out there with Bridgewood, Duffy, and Brennan. Bridgewood being hounded, pinching in at the blue line and keeping it is Kravitz. Judge, Duffy, comes out of the corner, sharp angled shot, and he scores. What a release by Tim Duffy, his 23rd of the year, and it's 5-2. With practically no angle, Duffy over the shoulder in the only pocket he could find extends Farmingdale's lead. So Delaware looked like they were getting something going, cut the lead back in half down to 2. Yesterday they did the same. They got down big early, chopped away to get the deficit to 1, but then the game started getting away from them. And that's a shot, that's just a perfect shot by Duffy. Murray tried to come up the boards, but got the puck right back. And now Murray will start the rush. Murray drops Duffy. Duffy again on a wrister. He goes back to back. The release of Tim Duffy. Delaware has no answer for it, and it's 6-2. Duffy, who had a frustrating game yesterday, had a tough start to the first period, has just gotten 2 goals on the game's last 2 shots, snapping one back-to-back on John Blouch. And that all starts with Ryan Murray. Murray picked off that pass in the defensive zone and started to push the opposite direction. As DeAndrea throws a man down, nice reverse hit on John Dewey. As Immel, boom, firing and missing on the glove. As Farmingdale goes back to work, he'll be scooped up by Kyle Kosh now, trying to exit with DeAndrea all over him. Kosh throws a body on Sippos. Dewey goes in front, nobody home. But a back-checking stick lift by DePrisco prevented DeAndrea from getting it. To the blue line, Wade Davis, wrister wide of the cage. It'll be Kosh on the turnaround, kicked away, and scooped, exited by DeAndrea. It'll be Wade Davis coming out of the corner with it. Kravitz trying to eat it at the blue line. Puck's still alive in the offensive zone for Farmingdale. Delaware struggling all game to get out of their zone, and there's times where they look like they have a chance to exit, and they get stuffed by the Farmingdale defense. As Hawkins comes around, leaves in front, LaChase to McCann, intercepted by Wade Davis. As Delaware has iced it, as Farmingdale has been relenting today. Anytime when things got interesting, when there was Delaware up 1-0 or when Abramovich made it a 2-goal game, it's just right back on the attack. As Delaware, when they're in the offensive zone, they've struggled to set up and get sufficient puck movement. It's really just been the one-and-dones. It worked out for Abramovich when that wrister went in. And other than that, it's just been them battling on the boards and not coming free with it. It's on the board. Shedlock trying to chip it free. There's Brennan to keep it. Another failed exit by Delaware as McCann's backhander finds the 5-hole, and he scores. On senior night, it's the captain McCann, Farmingdale 7th, and they're starting to run away with it. As McCann walked through Wade Davis and Blouch had his stick up, leaving the opening on the 5-hole. Got a lot of alumni in the building right now witnessing this as there's a broken stick on the play. Michael Gibbons. It is Farmingdale, not just senior night, it is alumni night. After this game, the alumni game will partake. As behind the play, O'Donnell is tangled up with Connor Brooks, and they're going to blow this play dead. So let's see what they get here between O'Donnell and Brooks. They are still jawing. They had a little bit of a back and forth. So they'll get O'Donnell. I can't see them getting Brooks. They're getting Brooks too, which is surprising because O'Donnell was the main aggressor there. So O'Donnell will sit, and so will Connor Brooks, the captain for Delaware. Might be 4-on-4, and yes, it will be. So they'll have 2 minutes on the clock on each side. And we'll play 4-on-4. Had a 4-on-4 last night. 4-on-4 became 4-on-3 for Farmingdale, and that's when Sean O'Donnell scored at the end of the second period. They're looking for another one, and Minio could not release that one as the pass was in his feet. Got to tip the cap there to Connor Brooks. You know, you're down by 5. Farmingdale's been in the offensive zone the whole time, and O'Donnell trying to bait him there with the back and forth dialogue, and Brooks did not take it. So that's why I was surprised. There was shoving back and forth to begin with, but the shoving stopped, and then it was more of lip service, mainly from O'Donnell, as a wrister into the glove of Blouch. Delaware is coming into this weekend, coming off a 4-2 loss to Fairfield. It was John Dewey and Michael DePrisco, the lone 2 goal scorers. They had a 1-0 lead. They proceeded to let up 3 straight goals. And that theme is carried into this weekend, yesterday's game, and just today as well. They have been unable to stop the bleeding. Whenever they get the lead or they chew their way back into the game, they cannot stop a team from pouncing on them and staying on them. Like I said, Delaware has struggled to stop the bleeding. As Rotan goes to Signoretti. Nice move to the forehand, kicked away by Blouch. It'll be Abramovich, wrister on net, and this time Temkin's got it. Didn't really take a dive into Jake Temkin, one of the 6 seniors honored at a Bethpage, New York. Temkin has a 2.89 goals against average, a 926 save percentage. This will be his 16th game. He is 8-5-1 on the year. As they make the announcement right now about the alumni game, a lot of former Farmingdale players in attendance right now. A lot of them are on the coaching staff right now. Actually, all of them are on the coaching staff. There's a wrister to the net, kicked away by Temkin. Puck comes out to the high slot and knocked out of the zone. Shedlock will go chase. Shedlock, O'Shaughnessy, wrister to the net and over the bar. O'Shaughnessy, nice pass in front, and that shot got broken up. Abramovich had a look on goal. As DeAndrea took a man down in the blue line in Sophia. Sophia was looking for a call, not going to get one. As we come under 10 seconds left in the 4-on-4, where O'Donnell and Connor Brooks will exit the box. DeAndrea had that chopped away by Shedlock. Back to 5-on-5 we go. In the zone comes the Blue Hens. Finds a man in the high slot. Shedlock could not release it. Let's see if Farmingdale pushes the other way. And Duffy almost had a break. Good read there by John Dewey. Davis, long pass towards Dewey. As Dewey gets helped by Kyle Koch, that one's sent in the zone, no icing. As DePrisco will peel away from Kravitz. Kravitz to Duffy, Duffy to Bridgewood. Bridgewood dancing through the legs, staying on side. It's always a cause for potential concern whenever you're deking at the blue line, no matter who it is, as the shot by Judge goes wide. Did not get all of that one. You have two men on the ice in white right now on hat-trick watch. Judge with 2 and Duffy with 2 as well. Kravitz just missed keeping that one in as it popped over his stick. As Kravitz meets a big body from Kyle Koch right in front of us. Bridgewood. That one bounces over the stick of Duffy in front. Judge knocked down Judge again. Now Kravitz, and he scores. Jacob Kravitz, he meets a big hit in one end, dives in front, and gets Farmingdale on the board. It's 8-2. And watch Kravitz right here, lunging out to hammer that one home. Kravitz, a man not known for his goal scoring, as he gets his second of the year, his 12th point. He does have 10 assists. As that will do it for John Blausch. His night is over. 8 goals on 31 shots. Yesterday, Delaware had 31 shots the entire game. Farmingdale had 19. So taking Blausch's spot will be Andrew Gaddy. Gaddy, the freshman out of Rochester, New York, played with the Syracuse Valley Eagles. This will be his 7th game of the year. He's 3-1-2. A 2.66 goals against average and a .904 save percentage. As that one changes direction, a little bit of a knuckle puck there on Temkin. Farmingdale has hit double digits this year once. It was the last home game as that one's loose in front and Delaware scores. So Delaware gets it back. They're on the board once again. It's 8-3. And I believe this will be Michael Givens. Watch 17 in blue. No one's covering him. All alone. Farmingdale, again, that I mentioned in the first period, that defensive zone was not great, and right there, it was not good at all. As Gibbons was left all by himself, Gibbons will get his 2nd goal of the year, the sophomore out of Montclair, New Jersey. As Gibbons was left all by himself, Farmingdale caught puck watching in their own end as they come down 2-on-1, trying to get Minio, and Larico's pass hit the skate of DeCario. Solomon trying to fend off O'Donnell in the corner. Solomon still battling with O'Donnell, and it's O'Donnell to come free with it to Minio. Minio towards Larico. It was poked away by Connor Brooks, sent all the way down, icing arm up, and we'll have an icing. So the goaltender change, the spark worked for the time being as Delaware quickly got on the goal. Farmingdale still has yet to get a shot on goal towards Gaddy. That one's won cleanly by Delaware's Gibbons, the man who just scored. Gibbons was not in the lineup yesterday for Delaware. Comes back in today, gets a goal, and it'll be Gibbons to link up with Solomon. That one thrown wide of the net. Almost got a deflection there with Solomon. As this line right now of Solomon, Gibbons, and Polito. Very effective shift there as they'll head off on a change. Polito, the lone man, stuck out there. It'll be Polito. They'll leave it for Burchard. Burchard, nice move through the legs. Pad save Temkin, and he's got the second chance. Burchard went through his legs, got some open space, but not enough to beat Temkin, and then the rebound kicked out. And the goaltender out of Bethpage, New York, got the cover. 4 minutes, 7 seconds left in this second period. It's been all Farmingdale as Delaware got that game's first goal off the skate of defenseman Ryan Murray for Farmingdale. And then the Rams just opened the floodgates. The Gibbons goal will be assisted by Ben Meisinger, and the Kravitz goal was assisted by Duffy and Luke Judge. So Duffy and Judge now at 3-point nights as Signoretti will wrister one on goal. First stop of the game for Andrew Gaddy. This man spinning around. That draws a penalty there as Sophia got spun around. So that will be a power play for Delaware as Brennan will go to the box. They got Brennan for hooking. So 3:31 left in the second. Delaware will go to their second man advantage of the game. They had 6 power plays yesterday, Delaware. Scored on the first one. That was Connor Brooks. As it'll be Dewey behind the net. Dewey, Meisinger, cross ice behind Shedlock. Shedlock all tangled up there with Quinones, and Quinones wins the exchange and gets the clear. That one off the skate of Meisinger, and Quinones will do it again. As he sends it off the stick of Hawkins, Delaware will regroup, and this has been the problem for Delaware. If they win the draw in the offensive zone on the power play, they're all good. But once that puck comes out and they got to try to come up through the middle of the ice, it's been an issue. And you see it right there. That's twice they go to Meisinger, twice they turn it over. Man goes down on his own will, so all is good as Delaware enters the zone with Dewey in front, deflected, and they score. Kyle Kosh on the deflection, and the deficit's cut to 4. It's 8-4. Delaware's making this one interesting, and again, another defensive lapse. You see a ram flying back in Quinones, but too late there. As Hawkins was the forward down low, he's got to cover that man in front. All 4 goals have been due to Farmingdale being exposed down low in their own zone. And Delaware, hey, don't stop your enemy when they make mistakes. They'll take that all day. As that D zone for the Rams was not clean in the first period, and it got a little bit worse here in the second, even though they've been benefited by scoring a lot of goals. Scoring 8 goals is great, as Duffy trying to get that one back as he did before. And he'll go to Sippos. Smith, wrister on goal, off an ankle of O'Shaughnessy, gets it right back, keeps it in. Judge towards Duffy. Duffy from behind the cage will bank it towards Sippos. Walks in, wrister, fans on it, tries to keep it, and he will. Helped out by Judge, but picked up by the Blue Hens, Connor Brooks, flipped up ice. LB DePrisco looks on goal, wrister, blocked down by Smith, tough angled shot, bounces in. It's another one for Delaware. They're now down 3. Well, just when you thought this might be all over, the Blue Hens just keep coming. A weird bank from behind the goal line, and the deficit is down to 3. I mentioned right when the game was 8-2, right before Delaware made it 8-3, I said Farmingdale has only scored double digits once this year. It was a 12-0 win against Fordham. They might have to score double digits tonight in order to stave off this comeback. As Signoretti trying to get one back here. As that shot's bounced aside, it'll be picked up by Kosh. And now a 2-on-1 for Delaware. It's Dewey with the puck, wrister, gloved away by Temkin. And you think a team scores 8 goals in Farmingdale, you might think all is good, this is fantastic. They're not thinking any of that going into the intermission. As off the draw, Kosh fires, and we'll drop it again. First time Farmingdale has given up 5 or more goals since their first game of the second half, January 12th, and an 8-3 loss to Florida Atlantic. As that one shot is blocked by Signoretti. As we have a hand pass on the play. And before that 8-goal game, you got to go back to December 8th, where Farmingdale lost at home 6-5 to Cortland in overtime. Those are the last 2 times the Rams have let up 5 or more goals. And Farmingdale, you know what? You win yesterday 6-2 as a man comes right off the bench, hits off his skate, kicked away by Temkin. You win yesterday 6-2. You're up 8-2 in the second. You might think we're going to cruise now. You take your foot off the gas, and this is where you are. Delaware pushing at the end of the period here. As a penalty coming up against Farmingdale, Signoretti, and a big hit by O'Donnell in the corner on Kosh, and it looks like we're not done. So Farmingdale took the original penalty on Signoretti, but Kyle Kosh could possibly even this up. So that's all good. That's a clean hit. And then there's O'Donnell instigating. There's a punch right there by Kosh. So they're going to get O'Donnell for what happened in the corner. As Farmingdale, despite almost running away with this game, they need this period to end. The team that has let up 8 goals and is down 3 right now has all the momentum. Delaware pressing in the final seconds, and then right there by Kosh. So O'Donnell's the only man in the box right now. Signoretti was the man who took the original penalty. As the refs are going to sort out all of this. So Jacob Kravitz scored to make it 8-2. And you think, well, that's about that, right? Yesterday was 6-2, 8-2 game in the second period, right? Nope. After Kravitz, They made the goaltender change. Andrew Gaddy comes in for the Blue Hens. Michael Gibbons scores less than a minute later, followed by Kyle Kosh on the power play, and then a minute later, it's Griffin O'Shaughnessy. And that's where we stand. Farmingdale has taken currently 4 penalties. O'Donnell might be done. O'Donnell just got tossed from the game. So it's a 5-minute penalty on the clock right now against Farmingdale. And you saw Bohm right there. He's signaling with his hand what Kyle Kosh did. Kyle Kosh with the face wipe afterwards. No Kosh on the ice, no Kosh in the box. Kosh on the bench right now, so Delaware will look to be having a 5-minute power play, a 5-minute continuous power play. And what a turn of events here. Delaware now has a glorious chance to get back in this game. You have 18 seconds left. 18 seconds left in the second period, as Bohm will go to the box to serve the penalty. As Farmingdale just got to get to the intermission and get out of this period, but Delaware, if they could strike in this final 14 now. O'Shaughnessy down low to Prisco, off the board Sophia. He goes Abramovich, he walks and fires, blocked down by McCann. Sophia blocked by Hawkins, and that will do it. Pandemonium to finish the second period. The game that looked all over has turned on its head as Delaware has scored 3 in a row after being down 8-2, and now will start the third period on a 5-minute power play. But the attention turns, I don't know if you saw it right there, center ice, John McCann being helped off the ice after blocking that shot, so something to keep an eye out for when we return for third period puck drop. 8-5 lead for Farmingdale, but the Blue Hens will have 4 minutes and 42 seconds of continuous power play time to get back in this one. Welcome back, everyone, to the Al Arbor Rink here at the Northwell Health Ice Center on Long Island, New York. You're watching live on the LI Sports Network. My name is Jordan DeLuciano, moments away from third period puck drop, and if you're just joining us, you have missed a lot. It was a 1-0 Delaware lead to kick the game off, 4 unanswered by Farmingdale to make it 4-1. 4-1 eventually turned into 8-2 for Farmingdale, and then 3 unanswered, and now a 5-minute power play for Delaware as the Blue Hens have life, and they have a chance to inch closer into this comeback. So the penalty and game ejection is to Sean O'Donnell. It was supposed to be Luciano Signoretti. He was the man that took that elbowing head contact penalty. But then a scrum ensued after the whistle with O'Donnell and Kyle Kosh, and then they ejected the wrong guy in O'Donnell. It was supposed to be Signoretti, but they ejected and gave the 5-minute penalty to O'Donnell. So Signoretti stays on the ice, or stays with the Farmingdale team for the remainder of the game. O'Donnell night is over. And Farmingdale contested that Kosh threw a shot at O'Donnell. It went unnoticed by the ref, so this 5-on-4 stands for Delaware. As Immel breaks that one up, it'll be scooped up by Michael Sofia. Cross-ice Abramovich to O'Shaughnessy. O'Shaughnessy turns it over. Immel, Judge trying to join him. Leaves it, Judge fires, and a delayed stick save there by Gaddy. As Gaddy has relieved John Blouch. Blouch let up all 8 goals on 31 shots. As Smith deposits a man in O'Shaughnessy in the corner. 2 big bodies colliding. As it comes to the blue line, Crowell, Dewey, looks, fires. And that one looked like it deflected wide by O'Shaughnessy. Meisinger walks the boards, wrister on goal, and that one goes around the boards, but kept in by Crowell. O'Shaughnessy will head off. Kyle Kosh to take his spot. Dewey, Meisinger looks, in front, deflected and covered by Temkin. We'll keep an eye out to see if Farmingdale has fixed that defensive zone, especially down low in front. It has been an area of concern as the Rams have given up the bulk of their goals. 4 out of 5 at least. It's a lot of goals for me to keep up with. At least 4 of the 5 have been because of defensive lapses in front of the net, and it started with an own goal where Dewey threw it in front and it hit off Ryan Murray's skate and went in. They try to stuff it, stick down by Temkin, and Hawkins gets the puck out, takes a hit, doesn't get it all the way down, but gets the job done nonetheless. Kosh has that one knocked away by Hawkins, battling with Quinones. As Minio will steer that one to the blue line, kept in by Meisinger. Dewey, down low, Shedlock in front, broken up, and it goes out. Meisinger let that one go. 2 people to keep an eye out for Farmingdale who got banged up at the end of the period. Michael Lorico, lower body injury, and same thing with John McCann, who blocked that shot right before the buzzer, on the ankle it looked like. So number 9 in white and number 9D in white. Let's see after this penalty expires, another 1:40 continuous. We'll see if 9 and 90 go back out there. I'm trying to see if I can see them on the bench. As it'll be Kyle Kosh. Down low, Shedlock. Looks in front, nobody home on the shot pass. It'll be Meisinger. Crowell plays catch. Back to Crowell again. Had to slow that one down. Shedlock. Crowell. Shedlock again. Looks, fires, and a stop by Temkin. So John McCann is on the bench. You see that C on the jersey. He's back on there. As I'm scanning right now, looking for Lorico. Lorico is also on the bench, but his helmet is unbuckled, so I don't know if that is anything telling, but both men that were banged up in the second are on the bench. As that faceoff's won by Delaware. You got Judge pinning up Viola. Trying to help out there was Abramovich, as that one stick down and held by Temkin, as Murray and O'Shaughnessy have a dialogue. I don't know what that move by O'Shaughnessy was in front of the net. O'Shaughnessy was the one that fell at the blue line at the end of yesterday's game, right as the buzzer sounded for the third period. Abramovich down low, finds a man in front looking for a tip. Just missed the stick of DePrisco. Abramovich, Sophia walks, fires. Looked like it hit Brennan in front and went wide. As there's McCann back out there, first shift after blocking that shot. Stepping in, nice move Abramovich. He'll backhand it wide. It'll be O'Shaughnessy, the man with the most recent goal. Delaware's fifth, tough angled shot off the glove of Temkin. 30 left on the 5-minute power play. Abramovich looks, wrister, hit a friendly man in front. O'Shaughnessy shot blocked by Brennan. Far side Sophia, under 20 on the man advantage, blocked out by Murray. So Farmingdale looks to have survived the 5-minute power play. 4 seconds and 3, and that will do it. And we are back to 5-on-5 even. Let's see how much longer. These two teams always chippy, always verbal, always physical. Right off the boards comes Delaware. O'Shaughnessy, wrister, popped in the air and caught by Temkin. So Farmingdale had Signoretti as the 13th forward. He will now just jump into another line now that O'Donnell is out. O'Donnell's been one of the hottest players in Division I. He's been on a 6-game point streak. He's second on the team in points with 36. And now his night's over, so Signoretti, let's see if he jumps up into O'Donnell's spot, or maybe they makeshift the lines. It would then be Signoretti, Minio, and Larico, as that one will be iced by Farmingdale. Farmingdale trying to extend their winning ways, trying to get a 9-game win streak, or excuse me, a 5-game win streak to 6, as Delaware is trying to stop a 5-game losing streak. If they drop this game, it'll be 6 in a row in the loss column for the Blue Hens. Duffy intercepts at the red, trying to power through Connor Brooks right in front of his bench. As it'll be Solomon right in front of us to Meisinger. That one stick down by Temkin and Hell. Temkin seeing a lot of action as of late, due in large part to that 5-minute power play. Rams took their foot off the gas, got a little sloppy in their own end, got a little bit more undisciplined. As they have a fresh set of life right now. They still have that 3-goal lead, so despite that little destruction at the end of the second period, Farmingdale still has a 3-goal lead, as it'll be Joseph LaChase who has a goal tonight. LaChase, McCann. Puck comes out to the blue line, out of the reach of Rotan. Polito could not intercept that one. Hawkins to McCann. He'll backhand that one in. On the chase will be Gavin Johns. And around the boards it goes. DiLiberto up the middle off the leg of Burchard. Backhanded pass in front, bouncing free. Coming on the goal line, tough angled shot by Polito. Way over the bar, but helped out at the blue line by Johns. Johns runs into Rotan, puck stuck underneath Johns right now, as it now pops out in front. Burchard whacking at his Polito, as Rotan will steer it around the boards, and it'll be another icing against the Rams. .13:09 left in the game, as Delaware will wrap up their season after this. They'll be home back-to-back Friday, February 16th against Rowan University, and then Saturday, February 17th against Penn State Harrisburg. They'll be the last 2 games of Delaware's regular season. But they got to get through this one first. They need 3 unanswered. They got to do it again. They're currently on a 3 unanswered run as I speak. It was 8-2, now 8-5. As Hawkins, alone, walks in, off the skate, trying to dance around Kosh. McCann disposes of Kosh. Kosh has been a thorn in the side of Farmingdale. And we have a whistle down because I believe Tyler Shedlock lost his skate blade. He did, yes. And that's what you got to do when you lose a skate blade, unfortunately. So you can usually just pop those skate blades right back into the bottom of the skate. So Shedlock should be good to go. But that happens. It does happen. Kravitz missed that swipe and an opening. Abramovich trying to use his speed, link up with O'Shaughnessy, but good back check by Kravitz to get back in the play. As will be Eric Immel now. Immel with Minio, finds him, couldn't slow down on the backhand. O'Shaughnessy digs it free, coughs it up towards Kravitz. O'Shaughnessy still reaching for that. You got Immel swiping, and it's O'Shaughnessy again. O'Shaughnessy, Abramovich overskated it as Delaware's offsides. Big collision there. As now it comes loose for DePrisco. DePrisco up the middle. Nice bounce there for O'Shaughnessy. Looks to the net. Wrister over the blocker. Stopped by Gavin Johns. Johns, wrister to the net, deflected, slowed down into the corner, and it'll be DePrisco. Brennan, cross ice Bohm. Bohm walking on a long shift right now as Brennan intercepts right in front of the blue line. He'll just knock it back to safety in neutral zone territory. Bridgewood, Brennan. Brennan was trying to go for a change, but the puck found him. It'll be Luke Judge now. He has 2 tonight. Kicks it back to him. Has to go get it. Judge, right off the bench. Finds a man in Sippos. He'll send it around the boards towards Duffy. Duffy, Murray walks, fires, and misses on the blocker. Sippos pinching, helped out by Murray. Murray will chip it into the high slot. Duffy gets it in his feet, could not slow it down, and trying to come back the other way is Solomon. Solomon collides with Murray, comes free with it. Solomon pass, finds a man in Sophia in the high slot, couldn't slow it down. Nice bank for Duffy. Could be a 2-on-2 for Farmingdale. Duffy dances, holds, backhand, cuts, tangled up too many blue jerseys as Duffy couldn't release it. Delaware tries to go up the middle, right into the body of Duffy, and Duffy will just shovel that one back in and come all the way up the middle towards Temkin, and picked up by Rotan. As we approach the halfway point of the final period, things have slowed down a little bit after that hectic second frame. It'll be Rotan from center. He'll wrap it around the boards. On the chase is LeChase and Sophia. LeChase, backhand high puck in front, rolled over the crossbar as Rotan will keep it in. LeChase, McCann trying to go give and go, and they do, but not getting all of that was LeChase. They go to Quinones. Quinones right back into the body of LeChase. Now Sophia will kick it up and go D to Shedlock. Shedlock back out there after the equipment malfunction. And now a 2-on-2 potentially for the Blue Hens. It's Kosh up the middle. Nobody home on that pass. Was probably just looking to dump it in. As Polito's shot goes wide, he had Kosh in front for a deflection, missed it. As Wade Davis will backhand that one up and into the netting. And if you're Delaware, you want to start playing with a little bit more urgency. Start using that defenseman as an extra forward and start playing with 4 men working the offensive zone and just having 1 defenseman back in the play. You got to be more aggressive. You got to take some risk here. You need 3, and you got 8:50 to do it. Kravitz able to slow down Burchard as it comes around the boards to Immel. Polito, nice drop pass to the blue line. Davis, wrister to the net, punched away by Temkin. Diliberto now. Polito trying to go in front to Burchard, couldn't find him. Glove down by Minio, and he'll find Bohm. Bohm overskated it, so Farmingdale's offsides here. No Lorico yet. He's still on the bench, but his helmet is still undone. The buckles are not strapped in. As Immel walks, fires, and it's stopped by Gaddy. I've not been calling Gaddy's name ever since really he entered the game. And that's usually a good thing. That means Farmingdale's not getting much looks towards him. So Lorico's night, if you get a shot of the bench, he's right in the middle. His night might be done. He might just be there just in case things get dicey. If they weren't dicey before. As Bridgewood is on top of him, man. Can't make out who that is. As they're going to blow it dead as Bridgewood his stick was stuck underneath. That is Connor Brooks. Farmingdale trying to make it not just a 6-game win streak, but trying to make it a 4-game win streak against Delaware. Dates back to their final regular season meeting last year, in which Farmingdale won it 6-2, and then the AAU National Tournament, when Farmingdale won it 3-1. Yesterday and then today, as a pass in front, rebound kicks loose, as Judge and Duffy were there, both looking for the hat trick, as that one's into the glove of Gaddy. But before this potential, if Farmingdale holds on here, it'll be a 4-game win streak. But before the potential 4-game win streak, Delaware took the meeting before the 4-game win streak started, 5-4, and then it was a tie. So both those games were last season. 5-4 win for Delaware, and then a 4-4 tie, as Duffy winds and fires way wide. And Temkin will swallow that one. And jumping out of the way there was Sophia. Could have been a little bit worse there with Sippos, but all is good for now. You see the bodies lining up on the glass there down low. Some of the alumni watching the final minutes of the 3rd period, because after this game, it will be the Farmingdale alumni matchup. There's a shot on goal, and they score. Griffin O'Shaughnessy, his 2nd of the game, and it's a 2-goal deficit for Delaware. Delaware will not go away. And just when we thought this 3rd period, the pace was dying down, a quick release by O'Shaughnessy makes things much more interesting and a lot more time. As Immel gets thrown down by O'Shaughnessy and Roten pinching in, Farmingdale's offsides as the puck goes into the bench. So 7:07 left in this game, 7:08. A 3-goal deficit, you look at 7:08 and you think that might not be a lot of time. You look at 7:08 on the clock at a 2-goal deficit and you think that's manageable. That O'Shaughnessy goal was very opportunistic. If they wanted to climb back in this one, they needed one pretty much immediately after the 10-minute mark, and they got one just over 7 minutes left. They announced O'Shaughnessy's 2nd of the game, his 8th of the year. It is his 2nd of the game and 9th of the year. Johns, D to D, Sophia. He'll just swipe it down low. And peeling off Solomon. Long flip towards Johns. Johns, Gibbons, Johns again. Sophia winds, fires. Stopped in front by Rotan. Got in a block on that one. Meisinger, backhand pass. Able to pick it up is Solomon. All Delaware here. Farmingdale on their heels, just in survival mode right now. As Signoretti will bounce it, could have a break here. Signoretti all alone on the breakaway, and he scores! Luciano Signoretti on the breakaway gets Farmingdale back on the board. 3-goal lead back intact. It's 9-6. As Signoretti able to evade the diving attempt of Sophia and Gaddy. One, you gotta get what your team's storming back and spending the majority of the third period in the offensive zone. And Signoretti shouldn't even be in the game right now. The referees ejected O'Donnell. It should have been Signoretti. And he's the one that might just have the dagger in this game. So if you believe in karma, refs make a mistake in favor of Delaware ejecting the wrong guy. Kyle Kosh could have went to the box for what he did to O'Donnell. Signoretti stays. Farmingdale winds up losing their second most point producer in O'Donnell. And since Signoretti stays on the ice, he gets Farmingdale's 9th goal of the game. As Hawkins, Lacer, chase, and that's deflected up into the glass. I believe that was Dewey or Shedlock that tipped it. It'll be Dewey trying to power around Kravitz. Kravitz kept him at bay. As they go towards Shedlock, nobody home. This one will be an icing. .507 left in this one. Or 5:08, excuse me. 9-6 for Farmingdale, and I said in the second, Farmingdale might need to get the double digits just to slow down Delaware, just to hold them off. Delaware has not scored 6 goals in a game since January 21st against Penn State Harrisburg, and that was the last time they won a game. Because they're coming into right now, they're on a 5-game losing streak. If they can't come back in the remaining 5 minutes, it'll be a 6-game losing streak. As they find a man in front, Judge got tangled up, couldn't tee that one up on the pass from Duffy. It'll be Smith towards the middle of the ice. Bridgewood will just reach for it. As Duffy on the chase with Bridgewood down there as well. You got Wade Davis for the Blue Hens as Bridgewood pops that one up in the air. As Delaware will exit the zone with Matt Crowell. Crowell dips around Sippos. Sippos almost goes into his own bench. All alone in front, and what a stick save by Temkin. Sippos went all or nothing. He saw the high fastball and said, I'm going to swing for the fences, and he missed. All alone up front again, and it's Temkin making back-to-back saves in tight. That lower slot right out in front of the crease has been wide open for Delaware all night. As we look at Sippos, nobody home. As Matt Crowell was able to evade him, and then right in front, Temkin able to deny DiLiberto. And it's O'Shaughnessy. He's on hat-trick watch now, too. So we have 3 men on the ice, or in the game, should I say, on hat-trick watch. Duffy, Judge for Farmingdale, and O'Shaughnessy for Delaware. We'll keep an eye on the goaltender, Gotti, to see if they elect to pull him down 3. As O'Shaughnessy could not get around Quinones. Trying to find Minio. Good step there by DeCario, preventing a 2-on-1. Rotan. Immel. Comes out in front. There's Quinones, but gives it right to Johns, and it's swallowed by Temkin. Temkin had a clear lane of sight on that puck, able to prevent any rebound opportunity. If Delaware found this game last night, you have a different story, as that one shot wide. Last night this was two different Delaware teams. Yesterday they couldn't get out through the neutral zone. They were hemmed in their own end of the ice the majority of the game. Today it's been flipped. Neutral zone and breakouts have been questionable for Delaware, but in the offensive zone they have been much better. Once they got going in that second period, they have not looked back, but it's just too much of a hill to climb. They got down big early, found their stride halfway through the third, scoring 3 unanswered, then make it 4 unanswered, the fourth coming in the third period on O'Shaughnessy's second. But just too much of a deficit, as that one's gloved away by Gaddy. It'll be McCann at the dot with Michael Gibbons. Gibbons has a goal tonight. He picked up his second goal of the year. As LaChance and McCann could not keep it down on the boards, and out the other way will come Solomon, trying to bank it around Kravitz. Solomon spinning off Kravitz in front, and another stop in tight by Temkin, as Sophia, a little bit of a snow job there on Temkin, and a couple of white jerseys took exception to it. Another example of Delaware having their looks and their openings right in front of the net in that low slot. Farmingdale all game has left that open. Signorelli all tangled up with Shedlock down there. DeAndrea, should I say, DeAndrea took a spill afterwards. No calls coming. And a penalty now. There's a call coming up against Delaware's Kyle Kosh as he hit Immel. So with under 2 minutes left in this game, Farmingdale will go to the man advantage. And Delaware now really has to pull a rabbit out of the hat in order to mount this comeback. It was just too much to overcome, an 8-2 deficit despite scoring 4 unanswered goals. If I tell you a team scores 4 straight goals in a game, you might think they're pretty well off. But when you're down 8-2 at one point, it's very difficult to mount that consistently. Be Bridgewood on the draw with Viola. He gets it back to the point. It'll be Sippos. To LaChase. Back to Sippos, winds, fires, kick save, Brennan rebound, popped it over the cage. Bridgewood. LaChase walks, back to Bridgewood. Goes down low, finds a man trying to saucer in front. That'll be Bridgewood. LaChase walks in with space, looking in front to Brennan. And Brennan was all tangled up with Brooks. As will be Judge behind the net. Bridgewood holds. Judge again. They play catch on the near side. They go cross ice. LaChase. LaChase walks, backdoor feed, missing Judge, and Bridgewood can't slow that one down. And then Sippos turns it over, able to recover though on O'Shaughnessy. O'Shaughnessy still hounding Sippos with the help of Abramovich. Under a minute left in this game, so it looks like it will be Farmingdale being able to hold on, but then Sippos, another dangerous play here. As Farmingdale comes the other way with Quinones. Shot not getting all of that one as it was sticked away by Gaddy. And now shorthanded the other way will be Delaware. Abramovich in the feet of O'Shaughnessy trying to track it. As it'll be Sophia on the boards. As we approach the final 10 seconds, nice dance by Abramovich, wrister on goal, swallowed by Temkin. 9 seconds left in the game, and we're getting a penalty here, I think. As I think Minio will go to the box. So we almost made it without a penalty after the penalty by Kosh. Minio will sit, so we will finish this game, presumably, 4-on-4. Farmingdale will win their 6th straight game. Delaware will drop their 6th straight game. The Rams will improve to 19-8-1 on the year with 1 game left next weekend on the road against Fordham, as the Blue Hens will drop to 5-19-2 with 2 more games left next weekend at home. It was a baseball score put up on the scoreboard today. Delaware started the game up 1-0. Farmingdale answered with 4 straight goals and then carried the momentum to an 8-2 lead, and that advantage was enough to withstand a Delaware comeback. 8-2 turned to 8-6, but then Luciano Signoretti on the breakaway gets the 9th, and that's where we end it. A weekend sweep for Farmingdale, capping off a 9-6 win against Delaware. Next time Farmingdale State Hockey comes to you on the LI Sports Network, it will be the Empire Conference Playoffs in 2 weeks, the final weekend of February. For the final time here at the Air Arbor Rink at the Northwell Health Ice Center on Long Island, New York, my name is Jordan DeLuciano. Your final, Farmingdale State on senior night, 9, University of Delaware 6. Thank you for joining us. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other, and good night, everyone. And nope, we're fighting. Hold on, hold that thought. I thought we were done. There's a reason why I've said the last 2 games, does not matter the circumstance, does not matter the timing, these 2 teams always tend to find a way to get into it. This happened last year when Farmingdale eliminated Delaware in the national tournament back in last March. This happened after the game, as this seems to be, for now, the final meeting between these 2 teams this season. So again, thank you for joining us. Both teams separated, both teams off the ice, and good night.